today you actually got disgusted by your own burp and fart.
When?
Because in the morning, it was quiet morning time and it was like nobody's really talking yet because it's that part of the day when we're just like, fuck, it's Monday. And then you go, oh, that's just, oh.
I don't remember any of
You
this.
You did that to yourself. Definitely not necessary to say whether it was like you farted or you queefed or you like
Could have
burped.
been a burp. I don't know. I don't remember any of it.
But you were like actually disgusted by your own burp. You were like, oh, that was very unpleasant. And I was like, finally, he understands me. Because you always disgust me, honey.
Oh,
but
awesome.
Constantly, all day, all night.
You're a lucky lady.
Well, we could definitely say that Christmas becomes something brand new when you have a baby. Christmas becomes something important when your boyfriend is born on the 29th of
You
December.
have a boyfriend?
Of December, like yours is.
You have a boyfriend?
And then Christmas is something when you're dating a Christian Catholic boy, which what you are.
Yeah,
Catholic
but I'm not.
boy.
I'm not religious at all.
You're Irish and you're Catholic. You don't acknowledge Christmas?
I didn't say I didn't acknowledge Christmas. You make broad leaps, bro. You really do. You make broad jumps.
Because you were just about to try and deny Christmas.
Well, not at all.
Do you not believe in Santa Claus?
No, I believe Jesus is Santa. There you go. There you go. No, listen. I don't like the idea of Santa Claus. I got to tell you that right now. I do not like the idea of Santa Claus. I actually just finished reading a book. Can't remember the guy's name offhand, but it was a bestseller. Lying is what it's called. Basically, it's, using real broad strokes to tell you why lying, you should never, ever lie. Some of it is just a little too over the top. Like if, you're going to die of cancer and you shouldn't tell the kid, you should tell the kid the truth, whatever, all that
What
stuff.
book is this?
It's called Lying. Like I said, I don't remember.
So the name of the book is called Lying.
Lying, yes.
And they tell you not to ever lie no matter what.
No matter what. There's been studies.
No white lies.
Yeah, no white lies, that even those are bad. And one of the things that I took away. And
one of the lies that you shouldn't tell is Santa Claus?
Yes, but I actually felt this way before that.
I know.
Especially, a lot of people that aren't well off, that got to, the average person's out there busting their ass all the time to do whatever they can for their kid. And then, the holidays comes around and you got to give some other fat ass
hope,
the credit for,
We live and we exist on a dream and a hope and look forwards in this life.
But also those same kids, are good kids and, they're good their whole year and their parents can only give them what they can afford. And then you got some other douchebag piece of shit that's in the same class as him. They got whatever he wants. You know what I mean? It's like, well, is Santa nice? And I just feel like it sends the wrong message. Also, it sets off a lie, bro. You know what I mean? At some point in time, your kid's going to find out that there's no Santa. And at that point, he's also going to learn something else. That you've been lying to him or her their whole life. You know what I mean? It's like, what else
I don't think
are they
kids look
lying
at
to
it
me
like,
about?
listen, let me tell you firsthand, the moment that I stopped believing in Santa Claus, I in no way thought of it as like a betrayal by my parents. It's folklore. It's not like, oh my God, you guys have been lying to me all these years. No, you grow up and you realize that, oh, that was, a fable. Like doesn't actually come down your chimney.
Well,
the milk and the cookies is all part of
the college professor.
Oh my God.
That's questioned in this book. He's very accomplished. He begs to differ. He thinks that there leaves a psychological impact that as a parent, you're telling your kid that there's Santa Claus and you got to be good for him and all these other things. Or Santa's going to come. And then one day it's like, oh shit,
so it's a society.
You're like, yeah, that's
so
all
it's
great.
the first time you realize society lies to you, not just your parents, because everybody believes in Santa Claus up until a certain point in their life where they're grown enough to understand that no fat ass is coming from North Pole down your chimney and eating cookies that your mom baked, that you actually get the shit from Kmart because your parents are not that good at lying either. They leave the shit out in the garage and then you see it.
I don't ever remember believing in Santa Claus.
So what my cousin Ziba says is that you have to carry the lie because otherwise you will ruin it for the other kids at school. So if your kids go to school and tell their friends, hey, Santa Claus doesn't exist, that's just some bullshit, it's fake, then you're genuinely destroying other people's childhoods.
Someone made that point in the book too.
Yeah.
That was one of the talking points.
So you just go with the flow. And that, my friends, is where the sheep that we are begins being bred in society.
In my house, my mom, or like her family, used to do an elf's bed. So like, from December for like, everybody knows an advent calendar. It's basically the same.
I only knew what advent calendars were this year for the first time.
Oh, okay. Most Catholics, Christians out there know what an advent calendar is, but it was the same concept. Every morning there would be a gift in the elf's bed. Like he would sleep there at night and make sure. But it was the same thing. He's like big brother. You know what I mean? Keeping an eye on you, watching you, making sure you're behaving. Otherwise, you ain't getting shit. But I never bought into that either. I like getting something every day. There was not real gifts. It was like, maybe you get a thing of Starburst, or maybe you get a pack of baseball cards. It was like nothing big, but every day there would be a gift up until Christmas.
That's very, very sweet, Tommy. Will you teach me? Seriously, I swear, am I supposed to be keeping the advent calendar in his room? Because it's been over the mantle.
No.
Wait, the elf gives him the...
No, there was the elf's bed. You would make you make a bed for the elf. So it's the same concept as Elf on the Shelf. Like that, where every day you move the elf around, but the elf is just on the shelf.
We need an
elf's
elf's
bed. In my house,
bed.
the elf left a gift. But like I said, he was watching to make sure he was going to give Santa the final update on whether or not you. So, like I said, it was just my mom was a single mother, so like the elf had to help her out. You know what I'm saying? Again, everybody in my mother's side of the family did it. So like the other kids in the family would get certain things. But my mom, again, she was a single mother. So some days there was $4. You know what I mean? There was like money for lunch.
Random, scrappy little
like
gifts.
Yeah, it's like money.
That was this was in my pocket, so you can have it.
Yes.
I could see myself becoming that kind of mother, where I'll just be like, son, you weren't even that good yesterday. You're not getting shit.
Yeah. The elf was like, yo, bro, you were a dick yesterday.
Yeah. And your son, he's going to be a dick to me sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to therefore check his ass big time.
Today's episode, obviously, we're talking about Christmas, the holidays.
I love these stories. The most important thing to me is like telling these stories to Shams from such an early age that he's going to feel like eventually he knows his grandmother. He's going to feel like he's heard stories about his grandparents, that he's going to feel like he was there because he's really little right now. And if we keep talking
you're
about
real
them,
good at that. And I have to admit, listen, I love my son and I can't get enough of him. All right. But for the first couple of years of his life, he didn't say much. We have a speech therapist now, like he don't shut up. But for the first couple of years, he didn't really say a lot. So you don't know, what I mean?
They're
Like when
sleeping the first 10 months of their lives, they're basically just sleeping.
Still, other kids were talking faster. You have that one friend, their daughter, it's like she's doing calculus. You know, it's like, yeah, man, she was doing Shakespeare and shit. Like,
Rumi.
What the fuck? You're looking at your kid like, yo, bro, you all right? So I know he was smart. It wasn't that, but it's like I don't know what he's processing yet. Plus, my mom died when I was a kid, bro. You know what I mean? I wish I had more memories.
Finish your thought. Up until the first 2 years, you felt like there wasn't the same way.
There wasn't the reciprocity. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't the give and take with each other that there is now with him. Where you've been talking about him or talking about your father, speaking to him like he understands since he's born. Don't get it twisted. That's how I talk to him like he's a grown-up. I don't do any of that baby talk shit. I speak to him like he's a person.
You're not supposed to baby talk with a baby unless you fucking feel like it because they're asleep and they're your little itty bitty newborn child. But we speak to our son with logic, I feel like, and reason and love and affection. And we're super fun parents. Like we play with our son like as if we're another child.
I could tell you from experience, he's a real lucky kid, dude. You know what I mean? I didn't have that shit. He's got us here with him most of the time, and he does understand now, like what's going on. So it's like
very much.
So I got to kind of take it down a notch and speak to him. But from the very beginning, you've been talking to him about, You know, even my mother, your father, and, you know, I wasn't necessarily doing that. And I think I need to do that more going forward.
You don't give yourself credit because actually have a video of you sitting with your son on your knee in front of this giant canvas of my dad.
Yeah, no, I would do that. I would do that. And I still do that.
Yes. And
I still do that.
You
But
used to do it without the reciprocity is what you mean. Because you would sit and you would talk to your son in front of that whole wall of photographs and talk to him about your mom. But like, I get it. Like now you feel like for sure he's able to articulate an answer.
We're talking about like holidays and traditions and shit. I haven't done any of that. Like any of the things that I grew up with or any of the things that I remember, I haven't brought on to him
yet.
Just because like it didn't seem like, you know what I mean? Like Thanksgiving, he felt like he didn't even know what was going on. Last Halloween, you know, he was moving around, but like, it's like, you want to go trick-or-treating? And there was no give and take.
I get it. You're just saying that he's still a baby and now he's becoming a toddler.
He's becoming more of a person, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's becoming time now to kind of instill a little bit more of those traditions because now he does understand what's going on.
I have a question for you.
What do you got?
All right. Do you think that I can still get away with getting us all matching PJs for our family photo on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I actually get why you like it, and I'm fine with that.
So this will be our third Christmas. Is it our third Christmas here?
You're right. This is our third because we moved in at Christmas.
He was 6 months old.
The first year. That was Shervin's brother actually got him one of those cars.
The first Christmas, he was 6 months old, and he got a Mercedes push cart.
No, they got it from earlier than that.
From Shadows.
Shadows got him. I think at the Sip and See, he got that.
I can't remember.
We had it for a while, and he couldn't like. That Christmas was the first time
that
I remember
he was
it. I still
enough.
have the videos of it on. That was the first time he could sit in it. And he wasn't scared, and like I could take him around, and all of a sudden he fucking lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
like
it was the best.
And then I would take him every day for a ride on one of those. So
basically, before that, he couldn't hold his own neck up in order to sit up.
Yeah, so
because a baby has to be a certain age to be able to sit in a ride and be pushed around.
Yeah, and within
he squealed like a little baby.
He fucking loved it so much, man. Oh man, he'll never be that small again.
A small house with really long hallways. You like took him around the house.
Yeah, nonstop. He
was like
he wanted to
Disneyland.
do it for hours. Like he wanted to do it all day. And I was happy to do it. And now we don't fit in it.
Well,
It's
his
amazing.
feet would be like skinned off.
Yeah. He won't.
He's too tall.
He'd be crippled after a ride.
Twist an ankle.
Yeah, would not.
Can I ask you a question? What happened then to last Christmas? I know Christmas 2020, it just feels like a blur.
You don't remember last year? You went ape shit. You canceled Christmas. You pulled the tree down and you canceled Christmas and
I
you
did.
left. When you went out and got shit faced with your friends and started we're getting divorced videos.
No, what happened was
What happened was
last Christmas, just when I thought we were so grown and so matured and not like this anymore. It was like just a year ago because like we broke the tree.
Yeah.
I don't know if we need context for this story, but
I think
long
the
story
context
short,
is COVID, man. Like it was COVID and we had
had
just
been home since March.
Yeah, we had just finished
quarantined
filming
since
too.
March.
The film, like they had just wrapped filming, so it was a lot of stress, man. It was a lot of stress. I don't remember what caused the actual incident,
do.
but we were bickering a lot. But you canceled Christmas.
We were the McBickersons. I
Yeah.
wanted some kind of attention. And I think this
usually
is
how
the
it
time of
works.
year where being a fantasy football wife, I think I discovered the term football.
You're a fantasy football wife. Yeah.
No, it's called like a fantasy widow.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar with this term, if you're a fantasy football widow, fantasy widow.
You lose your husband for
You
3
lose
months.
your husband for 3 or 4 months.
Only if they're good at fantasy. That's the other thing that you don't respect or appreciate. I haven't missed the playoffs in 6 years. You know how many fucking people in my league they would like kill their wife in their sleep to have my resume in fantasy football. Like I'm really good at it. So it's something I enjoy and it's something that, I take serious. I know you don't care at all, but it's something
Why
that
should I care though?
Yeah, but it's something
But you don't
because
actually
gives
need
me joy.
That's like,
because it gives me joy. That's why you should care, because it makes me happy.
I love fashion. Do I need you to care about fashion?
But do I not say, babe, you look good in that? Do I not say, babe, you should wear this? Do I not say, babe, go get that hat because that will look good on you today? Do I not do that?
I love it when you do that. I also tell you, hey, babe, just last night, did Mahomes shit the bed? And you said, yes, he did. So I fucking comment and ask questions. How'd your fantasy
That
day
might
go?
have been the first time you've done it all year, but it was great.
All right,
But it was great.
Enough.
It was great.
So last year, we got in this big blowout because I felt neglected in some kind of way. Like I was also like 10 pounds skinnier last year. So if I'm losing 10 pounds, I'm probably going to want like a different special kind of attention for that I wasn't getting. And then you were like, why should I? And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna knock over the tree. And then you were like, I'll see you knocked over the tree and I'll put it out on the front lawn.
Yes, I will see you're crazy and raise you so crazy.
I went day drinking with my girlfriends. It went viral. Then like page 6 tells me that I'm threatening a divorce. So I come home, the tree's in the front lawn. And I was like, how could you do this? How could you put the tree in the front lawn?
How could you knock it over?
And our son didn't catch any of it.
No, man.
He was like napping the whole time.
He sleeps like he's in a coma,
The
bro.
whole thing went down during one of his little naps.
Yeah, man. He sleeps like he's in a coma, dude. He came out. He was like, where's the tree? You know what I mean?
Can I ask you, don't you think that I wouldn't do that today though?
No.
So that means I've matured a lot since even last Christmas.
Well, again, man.
But you know what also? I
you
think
continue to evolve. Your brattiness continues to
Devolve.
wash away.
Also, you could always give me attention sometimes. Be like, you know what? Good for you, Maris' wife, for like not losing it and being cool. Give me some.
I think I'm awesome.
I know that we think that you're awesome. I'm saying you can say to me that I'm awesome.
You are awesome. I tell you all the time you're awesome.
Okay. All right.
I'm your biggest fan, kid. But yeah, this year, Christmas, we're going to cut down on the crazy. That was our only really crazy Christmas. I'm not the biggest Christmas guy. Prior to you, I would work on Christmas. Like I'm not, now that I have a kid, I'd like him to appreciate, the idea of getting together for family, not necessarily the gift aspect of it, but I think it's important that, we all, we spend quality time with each other at the holiday.
Let me just say, I know that the holidays are a really big deal for you emotionally on a level that you care not to admit. I'm so glad we got through Thanksgiving. And now that we just have Christmas a little ahead of us, I am so hopeful and optimistic that it's going to be smooth, just like the holidays have been to us. God bless. Thank you, God, thus far. Thus far, we've been doing good. You might not really claim to care that much, but because it's so close to your birthday, you care a lot.
No, I don't. I'm used to it. I've been let down on Christmas and my birthday for the better part of my life. So it's not a big deal for me. Do you remember our first Christmas or no?
No, they're all a blur. I'm kidding. Of course I do. It's the first time I started to decorate was because I had you.
I don't remember.
The last time
Christmas.
my family decorated was when I lived at home. So once I moved out, there wouldn't be any Christmas decorations whatsoever unless me and my dad went out and did it together. So like my mom was never one. She would get the poinsettia plants. That's all she did. She would like put out some like Christmas tchotchkes, maybe like some red poinsettias. But that was
Well,
it.
our first year, we didn't even do that. You were at Fuller still. We didn't even do that. When we moved into Doheny, that was our first tree.
Oh yeah, I put it right between the little area of our nook and our little area of our like
we
living.
got our first tree. You remember?
Our first house, our first apartment together with that tree was like a 900 square foot condo.
Yeah, but
It was like a postage stamp.
but
Very chic.
if you
postage
guys
stamp.
watched the show, you remember on the show they were doing.
Ryan Black made that a place look tits.
Ryan Black was doing the renovation, like when they have the painting and they ruined your couch.
Shout out Ryan.
So after it was
Blackbird
done,
Chateau.
it was really nice. And then we got
So let
a tree.
me shout him out too, because like, when you have a small home, but your home is really, really nice. That's what Doheny was. Even though it wasn't a big space, it was like completely decked out by Blackbird Chateau Ryan Black.
When the Christmas tree went up in that place, it looked like a postcard.
It really did.
It really did. It looked
Because
like
of our fireplace, mantle,
really
the
nice.
chevron wall, the
But
marble
that was
floors,
our first tree.
and the roomy wall. That was a nice Christmas. Golnessa got engaged that year.
Yeah. We went to
And
New York. We saw everybody in New York.
we did. That was like a dancing on the tabletops at Bridie's Christmas.
Yes. And then when you were going to have the baby, we had the Christmas party.
That was great.
That was a lot of fun. You couldn't drink or anything. That was before you got put on the bed rest.
The party was on the 14th.
Something like that. Yeah.
And
then
I
the
went
next
on bed rest like 10 days later.
Yeah, it was the next appointment they put you on bed rest. But we had a good, so you couldn't drink though, you know what I mean? Mama
But I
couldn't
didn't want to drink.
Everybody got shit-faced at that party. Darvita and her brother were smoking pot and drinking. They literally were rolling on the floor.
All the cast of Shaw's was there. Paulina met my mom for the first
Through
time.
the course of that night, there was probably 50 to 75 people that came and went through that party.
And I remember Mike Shoehead wore this Burberry motorcycle jacket, and it was like such a big deal that he was wearing a legit, I don't know, like an $8,000 motorcycle jacket. It was just like really soft. And my mom complimented on him, and all these people kept complimenting him on the jacket. And he looked he had like a guilty look. Like I think Paulina got it for him or something, because he didn't feel comfortable receiving the compliment.
He was with her then?
Yeah, she came and she wore a really sexy outfit.
I was shit-faced, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were comfortably, you were in your home, you were in your abode. You just decided, everyone's coming up to the top of the hill.
We had a bartender that I know used to work with. It was just the right environment to get twisted, and I did. I got very drunk.
Well, it was also an area where everyone had to Uber. So
yes,
there was
everybody
no
Ubered.
issue. Everyone Ubered. It was a really, really good time. I want to know, would you want to do a party like that again?
I don't know. I think that house was a lot more conducive towards it than this one.
I think you just don't want anyone to come over anymore.
Yeah, sounds good. That sounds about right.
I think that's what it is.
That sounds about right.
You'd be like, well,
Especially
no one that I
during-
like would be here.
Especially during fantasy football season. Like we got 3 weeks left, baby, and my team's looking good.
I will say that I'm trying to be a lot more mellow in general and not get stressed out over the things that I do for Christmas time, like the tree, all the Christmas decorations around the house, the inside, the outside, the relatives that are coming. I'm actually grateful that my cousins and Shams's little cousins are going to be here, and having them here is just so freaking amazing because our little guy gets to play from morning, noon, and night with his little cousins. If there is any lightning in a bottle in my life, it's just the time that I'm with my family and your family. That nothing in the world makes me happier. And we haven't really talked about our gift giving thing yet to each other, because I do want to touch on that. But like, is there anything more important than quality time and our family just togetherness?
No, man. I mean, that's the stuff that you really can't put a price on.
Thank God we have our family together this year.
I read The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and not to go too far down a rabbit hole, but basically he's talking about the concept of being rich, and there's the new rich, and the old rich was being rich with money, and the new rich is being rich with time. If you have the time to do things, and you can afford to live your life, it's a lot more important. And, I lost my mom real early. It's something I've always believed. I'd much rather have the time, like the time that I get to hang out every day with you guys all the time is priceless to me. So
Thank you, babe.
So I think that's great. And I think that to have him around us all the time, I love it. I love it.
So this year for Christmas, you and I set an agreement that we were just going to give each other gifts up to like a max of $100, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about you ladies, but I'm the type that will consider Christmas to be the best time to get my hubby a new wardrobe. Refresh his pants, refresh his crusty boxers that might have hole in his socks. And like, this is the time that I'll go and be like, all right, Macy's men's, let's go off. That's definitely more than $100 budget. I'm just saying.
Okay. I don't, not all the time.
Now you have too much clothes, and so why would we do the exact same
No,
thing
I don't
every
need
year?
any clothes, man. I don't need any clothes. Like I said, I'm grateful. I don't need anything. I'm good. Everybody's healthy. I do.
What do you want to get me for Christmas,
I
babe?
did. I'm not. You're done, bro. Like I said, you're done.
What does that mean?
The things that I do not land the way that they should land. So it's not worth my stress and aggravation or thoughtfulness. I like your idea better. $100. You tell me what you want and I'll get it.
You got me a beautiful painting last year.
Oh, that's right. Last year, that
You
was.
got me last year.
That's
and
what I got
you don't
last
have
year.
to, oh, that's right, me, because I already remember all the beautiful things that we do for each other. Last year, you commissioned an artist who gave me a beautiful painting that doesn't exist in real life off a photo, 2 photos. One is of my dad. One is of Shams. It's my favorite earthly possession.
Yeah, no, he did a good job on that.
Other than my dad's chain.
They definitely did a good job on that. I'll tell you what I learned. I learned a lesson last year. The poor kid. I was like the worst dad ever last year. You know, the stuff we all got him, we just wrapped it.
What are you supposed to do? You're
put it
supposed to wrap
together.
it.
You're supposed to put like the things together. His tricycle, his kitchen set, none of it. It's just like you got.
Oh, yeah. So,
you
like,
just got
if
to
it was
open a
like-
box on like we were all. I was like, "You ready, buddy? You ready? It's Christmas. We're gonna go open our presents. You ready?"
And then
he
he
was
didn't
all
have
fired
to-
up, and he opens his presents. It's just a
Yeah,
fucking box.
that sucks. He is too
Yeah.
young to remember, though.
I learned my lesson.
He's
man,
too.
this
He
year.
didn't mind. He was so excited just to tear the paper open last year.
Yeah, this year I'm gonna
kids.
and I'm gonna do even better. I'm not even gonna put them together because I'm not.
You're
as
hiring
you know,
TaskRabbit.
There's something always like I'll put them together, but something's always askew. Something's always off. It's always a little wonky when I do it. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, like the
I'll have
tires
someone.
sit on top of the rim.
Yeah, it's just something's off, always a little off.
If it's a car, it
I didn't
doesn't
put
go-
this part on this. Oh, look at all these extra screws. You know what I mean? Like they don't give
Wonder
you
where
extra
those
screws.
go.
I'll have a TaskRabbit come over here and do all this stuff the night before.
Ryan Reynolds sent a tweet out where he goes, "Thank you to all the toy companies that allow us the opportunity to assemble your toys that we buy for a lot of money." That was like the nicest way a guy could say "fuck you" to all the
Yeah,
toy
man.
companies.
Oh, that's the other part of it too.
'Cause
Not
it's
only am I
so
not
hard.
very good, but I also am gonna scream and curse and hurt myself.
Yeah.
The whole, it's going to be a fucking nightmare putting that thing together.
You're
And
like-
if he doesn't light up, you know what I mean?
It's so
kinda-
much energy, like just like to get that thing. Like it's so expensive. We shouldn't have to also assemble it.
No way. Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Bezos.
Come on, Bezos and Play School.
Yeah, what about that? But the box that thing came in today from Amazon.
Making a fool
You could
out
have
of
put a
us.
casket. It looked like you could have buried somebody in it, and it had like
A broom.
Yeah, it had
was
something
a-
real small in it. It's a waste.
Oh, speaking of Amazon, that's not even a segue I ever want to make. But
Speaking of Amazon, go ahead, tell the people. You got good for you. You get all excited. You got this Amazon store.
all right. Okay. If I could get a drum roll. One of the things that I've always wanted to talk to you guys about, that I finally get to talk to you guys about in the proper platform where I can actually pull out my bras and share them and talk about why this bra, why that bra, what does this bra do, what do you wear that other bra with underneath. This is like the one for sweaters. This is the one for blazers. This is the one that hides the straps when you're wearing tank tops. I'm doing Amazon Live now. I am having Amazon Lives, I think every week or so. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be an opportunity to interact with you guys and everyone's going to be involved in this big conversation. So I'm really excited.
You have been so excited.
I'm really, really into it. Like it's
Normally-
my calling. Like this is what I was meant to do.
Normally, getting your attention is difficult enough. It's been nearly impossible ever since you've
Putting my
signed
list
up.
together.
Yeah, like Santa's workshop.
So we're going to put in the episode description the link for Amazon.com/Mercedes Javid and all the details. Okay, so moving on. What are we doing this year for Christmas, babe?
I'm gonna make a goose again.
Oh, yeah.
That was delicious last year, and the potatoes, the goose fat. Oh man,
That
it
was
so
so
fucking
fattening
good.
and not
It
very
was
much
so-
meat.
It was so good, man. It was delicious.
It's not
now
a
I know
very
what Tiny
meaty
Tim was
bird.
talking about. It was
Who's
delicious.
Tiny Tim, honey?
The Christmas Carol. She's like, wow. No, that's the other thing, folks. She's never seen any of these movies, and it's heartbreaking. And like, I'll like go on it. Like, we'll try and watch them, and she, 5 minutes in, she goes right into the reels on Instagram, and she's gone forever. She's definitely a lot more into the carols than in years past, but she doesn't watch any of the programming. She's never seen It's a Wonderful Life. You never seen It's a Wonderful Life? What's the
I
matter
don't
with
know
you?
why you like to paint this picture of me of being such a monster about Christmas, but I'm just here to defend myself and tell you that I'm not really into It's a Wonderful Life or the other shit that's like in, what do you call that? Black and white shit that it's grainy. It's grainy. It's slow. It doesn't have good audio.
Christmas
it's
Vacation?
boring.
Christmas
No,
Vacation?
I didn't say
A
Christmas Vacation.
Story? You never seen any of it?
Which one is really depressing and he's like looking out a window and his dad has a really bad temper? Which one is that? It's a Wonderful Life.
What?
Which one?
What fucking movie? What?
You guys-
What Christmas movie? What Christmas movie
You
is
get
that?
really
Where
depressed
the
and
guy's
stressed
looking out
out.
of the movie. The guy's looking out the window and he's really
Yeah.
sad and his father's
Yes.
mean.
Yes.
What movie? Hey, can you people send that in?
Is
Because
that a-
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. That's right. That's right. It sounds terrible.
What
Oh,
movie
man.
is that? It's
I
like
don't
an
know.
annoying
Who the
little
fuck
kid.
knows, bro? Who knows? Who knows? No one knows
Guy's
what
like
you're
not in a good mood ever. That dad.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So just before you were alluding that I'm not appreciative of the gifts that you give me, which is whack-a-do of you. You're a wackadoo.
it's very
I
true.
appreciate everything. Number
true.
two, in lieu of that, now I can just tell you what I want. So we've become that couple that I can just be like, buy me this belt from Off-White.
Yes.
From Nordstrom.
Yes.
So, all right. So I want to know if you're cooking a goose, is that like a not a very meaty bird?
No, of course it is.
Is it like the duck that doesn't have a lot of meat on it?
The goose is bigger than a duck, so it actually has more meat.
So goose
The
fat.
duck has meat on it too. It's just your motherfucking can eat a duck by herself.
Okay, wait.
That's why
Slow
her problem
down.
is there's not enough meat. Duck, there's plenty of meat. Like it's big. Duck's bigger than it. So there's no food. Chicken. There's no food on a chicken. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's plenty.
Yeah, and a duck's bigger than a chicken. So there's gonna be more meat on a duck than a chicken.
I don't want to have a duck or a goose.
Well, I'm having a goose. You don't have to eat shit. You'll do what you always say and say, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating. And then after it comes out, you eat half of it. Or you
I
eat
do.
my leftovers. Or you give them to the fucking dog.
I become very vegetarian around the holidays because the sound of a goose is disgusting. And I don't want to have anything to do with a goose. Where the fuck do you buy goose these days?
Grocery store.
Grocery store right
Yeah,
next
man.
to your ham hocks and your
No,
geese
Bristol.
and
Hey,
your,
Bristol Farms got goose, bro.
and you're like Peter Cottontails.
Listen, the goose I made last year, step by step, I followed that. It was the potatoes were phenomenal. Like that was the best potatoes I've ever had. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
All right. So do we get dressed up for Christmas Day? Because I want to get dressed up.
What-
I want to
like
wear
Halloween costumes?
my red velvet, or I want to wear my.
Nah, Christmas sweaters, man. We got the Christmas sweaters. If we're gonna do anything, we
No,
gotta wear
that's
the holiday
not
sweaters.
on Christmas Day.
Why
On
not?
Christmas Day, we get dressed up. Ugly
What
Christmas
dressed
sweaters.
up? What do you mean dressed up? I don't know what that means.
I'm gonna wear red suede Christmas bow shoes, heels, and you're gonna wear a button-down shirt and dress pants.
Oh, that's craziness.
Why not?
That's craziness.
No, it's not.
Around the house.
What do you mean? Yeah. No, for the dinner. For the dinner.
What dinner?
For Christmas dinner, this goose you're
The
talking
goose
about.
I'm making. The goose I'm making, I'm going to slave over. I then have to
You don't have to
take
wear-
it out of my clothes
you don't have
and
to
put
wear
on
a
nice
tie.
clothes and get, like,
Yes.
for the goose that I'm going to eat,
Yes, honey.
then I'm going to
For
make.
the photo around the Christmas tree, the fireplace, and our son and our mom and everything, we need to get one nice, pretty outfit. Like you could wear a suit, you could wear a tie, you could wear a pocket
What?
square.
What?
I'll coordinate it with my
What?
shoes that are going to be red
Listen,
suede.
the pajama party, I'm fine with. I get that.
That's the night before. That's a whole other thing.
That's great. But this whole dressing up, this is a new tradition that I think you're going to be outvoted because I know Shams is not going to want to get dressed up.
Shams does what mommy wants.
Nah, man.
Shams isn't
He's
going
a
to have
free
a
thinker,
choice.
bro. He's a free thinker.
I think Shams will dress what I want because he loves me more. It's fine. It's okay. We can move along. We're going to get dressed up. It's unanimous. We're going to get dressed up for our picture. You're going to make a goose. I'm going to be vegetarian. And our family's going to be surrounding us, God willing. And we're grateful.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to just do like a 10-second etiquette topic.
You can't do anything in 10 seconds, especially if it's going to involve speaking.
All I want to say is that if you're going to someone's house, please bring a hostess gift, which means a really nice candle or something that's really thoughtful. If you know them personally, just make sure that when you leave their house after you messed it up and tracked mud through their foyer and probably got something stained that won't come out, do something a little nice, a little extra, reach into your pocket or be thoughtful of something that will make them hate you less.
Fellas, if you're looking for a conversation starter, wear a mistletoe belt buckle.
You should wear a mistletoe on your dick. See what happens.
Okay. Okay.
Put a little, mistletoe on your cock.
Yeah, a little mistletoe on your dick, on your cock. Oh,
hey. I do think I should have a cocktail. What do you call it?
I don't doubt that you don't think.
Eggnog cocktail party.
I don't doubt
Invite
that
the
you want to have a
neighbors.
cocktail at some point.
Put
during
some
the
flyers
holidays.
up on the Nextdoor app.
Yeah, I don't doubt that you're going to have a cocktail
Go on
party.
the Citizen app and be like, hey, eggnog.
Yeah.
Spiked eggnog.
Is this something else I can put booze in? All right, cool. All right, let's try it out.
For sure.
Let's try it out.
All right, guys, that wraps up another episode of Till the Dirt. One of the best things about having our website go live is that you can order a personalized shout out on our website directly. It's less money on our website than it is on Cameo, because you know what? Cameo takes like 55%, and that's a lot. So we figure, why give it to somebody else when we could give it to you guys? And you guys get to show us the support of, putting this pod on for you. So we're proud of that.
And
We're
you'll see it.
excited.
It's on the website. There's a page shout outs, and it's literally doing the same thing. You tell us what you want to say. There's a couple of alternatives. You can do calls, whatever. You'll see it. It's on the website.
Get into
merch
it.
is also up on the website. So if you guys want to get a t-shirt before Christmas, do it. Yeah, I'll make sure I get them out to you as quick as I can.
Till
But
the
otherwise,
dirt.
from, my wife, myself, my son, my family, everybody that's involved in the podcast in a row, we want to wish all you folks a very, very happy holiday, a very safe holiday, and we hope this is the best one yet.
Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in to this episode, and we can't wait to see you next week.
Happy holiday.